Hello and welcome to Amber's Angelic Light and Guidance. I hope you've had a lovely Valentine's Day, and whether you have spent that day with a partner, a loved one, family, friends, or if you've spent the day on your own, I hope that the day has been completely full of love, because as I've said many times before, the most important love is the self-love as well. So that self-love comes first, and when you really love yourself, that's when you can love others fully and fully receive the love that they have for you. A common occurrence in people is blocking and stopping people from getting too close, and even within relationships that can go on. And quite often what can happen is it can be due to hurts in the past that people are just unable to let go of for one reason or another. But that energy is very much still in that person's being, their aura, their essence, and it causes the disruptions and these blockages, which are really not helpful. And so really things that I can recommend to help with this are asking Archangel Michael to help cut the cords, to previous relationships, to previous hurts, and Archangel Samuel, who is the angel of the heart and healing the heart, to ask him for the healing so that your heart can be healed and ready for that full love, and healed to be able to send that love to yourself, because actually that's the hardest thing, I think, generally for most of us. You know, there's so many images out there in the media depicting the perfect looks and the perfect lifestyles and so on, and there's a lot of pressure that is put on either ourselves or, you know, even from other people sometimes, or, you know, when I look at the generations growing up, I just feel for them because they're just under so much pressure, and it's such a shame, it really is, because it's making them feel that they're not worth the world, that they're not worth very much, and actually, like, their self-worth should be in abundance. They should feel that love deep down inside themselves, that connection to themselves, to their higher selves, and to Source and the universe, which is a good point for me to just read from my journal. I keep a meditation journal, which helps me just sometimes keep focus, because if I need to write something down, I'll write it down immediately and then continue with my meditation. And I had a message for you, and this comes from Kuan Yin. Do not allow insignificant matters to take up too much of your time. Recognize what is important, what is significant, and learn to understand your own role in that situation, or even just at that particular time. Breaking things down little by little, you will start to see and build the bigger picture, and this in turn will help you understand your own life purpose. It is then that only the significant will hold its place in your heart, and all else will just be a distant memory. So what Kuan Yin is asking you to do is to really detach from the little niggly drama things that go on around you. And even you can be in a situation where you're even overhearing an argument, for example, and instead of getting drawn into it, just bring yourself out of it a little bit and just consider for a moment, so why am I hearing this? What is this? What is my role here? Is my role as a student to understand and make sense of what the argument is about? Is it to realise that I have acted a similar way? You know, or actually is my role to intervene and say, this is insignificant, you know, if there's two people that you understand and know and will listen to you. So there's various different reasons and different roles that we can play even throughout a day. And what Kuan Yin is saying is that little by little, by recognising certain traits, certain patterns, you'll start to realise that there is a bigger picture coming through, and that in turn may well give you your life purpose. You may suddenly have a light bulb moment and think, oh, that's what I'm here for. So I hope you found that interesting and useful. And then it's a good point as well to bring in the card that I've picked today for you. And this card is Embrace Your Emotions. It's about not pushing down your feelings or judging your emotions. It's about allowing yourself to feel whatever it is that you're feeling without any guilt or without attaching anything else to those feelings, to those emotions, to allow it to come up, and rather than pressing down and trying to stop yourself from feeling the way you are because it maybe feels uncomfortable, for example, ask yourself why it feels uncomfortable. Learn from it, evolve from it, start recognising different things that are coming up for you, and allow yourself to heal, because that's what will happen, is that you'll start healing so many different areas by embracing those emotions and allowing them to be. You're letting them come to the surface and letting them be healed by the angels, by yourself, you know, allowing yourself to be connected to everything. And as well, I feel this card fits with what Kuan Yin asked me to pass on, because it's about looking at what's important, what's significant, and emotions are significant. And they're not something to just push aside. So I hope that's something that you'll be able to take on board and to use maybe over the coming days in particular. Try and make it a focus maybe. I mean, this is the kind of thing that I might add into classes, for example, for my students, but sometimes there's messages that I get across from my guides, and I don't want to wait for people to have paid for that information. The money isn't my main motivator at all. My motivation for doing this work is to spread light, to spread love, to work only in the light, to work without my ego, to come from my heart, and to give as much of myself as I can, so long as it's helping other people in the process. So if I can help even just one other person on their spiritual journey by them watching this video today, then I feel that I've achieved my goal, because just one person at a time makes all the difference, because that one person may then go on to light up another person, and so on. So it really is just a joy to be able to channel the messages that I do and to put the information on my page that I do. And I love giving my classes as well. I've got my online class on Wednesday, and if that's something that interests you and you're not already part of it, then contact me for details, because it really is surprisingly beneficial and worthwhile, and I've had a lot of good feedback from those that are doing it. It's inexpensive. It's £10 a month, and for that you get the live event, which if you can't attend, you'll be able to access the recording, and also in that you get my support, and you are included in a closed group, so that if you want to at any point ask me some questions when you maybe repeat the class and go through a meditation again, something else comes up, you can ask me for information, and it's all confidential and private in that room, in that closed group. So it's perfect, really. And I run my classes from my home as well, locally, and I have people come here, and that also has closed group. It's a slightly different feel because it's interactive, one-to-one or one-on-one within the group. You know, there's that deeper connection, I guess. But the online classes are really, really quite great. They're just, I'm really excited about them, because the energy came through a lot stronger than I envisaged it would, and the interaction it was just there, and it was really, it's been really, really successful so far, so long may that continue. And as I say, if you're interested, let me know. And I just want to finish with a really short prayer from the heart. I ask the angels, the archangels, ascended masters, light beings, collective consciousness, source, the universe, please send love and healing to all those who need it today, particularly with this being St. Valentine's Day, and not always an easy day for some people. May those who feel that they are missing something within be filled with love from the angels, be filled with healing, and to feel some recognition of their own self-worth, and that they aren't missing anything, and they are complete, they are whole, and they are beautiful, exactly as they are. There's no need to change, simply to realise the connection that is already there, connection to Source and the universe, connection to the angels and all, and to recognise that each and every one of us is filled with pure love and the ability to love unconditionally, and to pass on and spread the light. And I ask you to spread the light now, spread the love, and again send that healing, so that those who find today particularly hard may find it a little less difficult. And thank you. And I hope you have a lovely evening, whatever you're doing, and take care. Sending love and light. Thanks for watching.